Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner.
I'm Elsie Johnson.
We are two sisters, Southern Cooking.
Hey y'all, we're going to make some caramel candy. And we're going to use that candy to put in some chocolate chip caramel cookies. So,
You can buy your caramels in the store if you want to for this recipe that we're going to be doing later for the chocolate chip caramel cookies. But Elsie and I are going to start doing a Valentine's series, which we're going to be doing a lot of candy. So this is one of the candies that you can individually wrap up in parchment paper and actually give it as a gift to your Valentine.
okay, I just put the sugar in. I'm going to put the white syrup in.
So what happens is we're going to stir this occasionally. What you're going to do is you're going to kind of just like, once we get everything in here and it starts to cook, just going to pick up the pan and kind of rotate the pan so it heats evenly.
Sorry to interrupt, but these two things we're going to put to the side because those go in after
We pull it off.
you pull it off.
How's your week been?
Not been too bad. I've had a few days where I had nothing to do, so I did a lot of thorough cleaning of the house. I
have a house you can come to.
I've had a fairly easy week so far this week, so just count my blessings on that.
That's for sure. Well, you know, last week I got my second COVID injection, right? So I was running like a little slow. Hey, Elsie and I we even brought our stools in here to sit down because we were kind of like,
I don't know if y'all can tell because I think some of the time we were sitting while we were filming.
We were.
Because I was having
She was tuckered out. I was tuckered out.
Yeah, I was having like a flare or something from my lupus, so I was like extremely exhausted. She was having a after effect from the
COVID injection. So,
Yeah.
but I'm telling you, by Saturday morning, I was up and running like a crazed woman again, just like I normally am. I am like 10 cylinders wide open every day, all day. Elsie knows that. Ben knows that. I'm just very hyper. Even at home, I'm very hyper.
Okay, so I pour in the heavy cream now.
Yes, you do. This is the part that you have to worry about with coagulating, so you have to be careful. You don't want that to happen to your heavy cream. So eventually you will get your heat up. This will take some time. This is not going to be like 5 minutes and you're done. It's going to take probably about 10-15 minutes for us to actually get the heat up, make sure that we have it at temperature, and then pull it off the heat, and then we can pour it in. So the actual thought of this is you have to let it sit up for 24 hours is the max. 6 to 8 hours for
For a soft chew.
Right, you have a soft chew. When it's harder, it's 24 hours. We're going to have to use ours in a recipe later. So it really doesn't matter if it completely sets up because it's going to melt inside of the cookie.
Right.
So we're going to get it almost to the point, and then we're going to put the cookies in the oven and we'll bake them later on this afternoon. So we wanted to get this done first thing in the morning because this is one thing that you want to get set up first.
Yep.
Then what else are we doing today?
We are making Italian subs. We're making our own sub rolls.
I am excited about that because we have King Arthur flour, bread flour. That was a new thing for us. And we also have some new yeast. And I'm going to bring that in here and show you guys. I'm so stoked.
About a month ago, we had some heavy winds and some rain. And I guess a couple shingles got lifted off. And we had a bad leak in the kitchen area. And I come out in the middle of the night and stepped into water, and I'm like, what the heck? So I turned the lights on and I had a leak. So we got a gentleman to come out and repair, he had to put 2 or 3 shingles back on that had blown away. And this morning I come out and I see the roof leaking again, the ceiling. So I'm assuming
it would only happen on the day that we were going to be filming, right?
Yeah. So I'm assuming that the rain and the wind and stuff from yesterday and overnight lifting them up again. I don't know. And it's still drizzling out there, so you can't get on the roof to look yet. So I guess we'll have the repairman out here tomorrow looking at it again.
So that's the joys of having an old farmhouse.
Yeah.
Because this house was built in 1900, and then you have a couple additions that were like probably in the 80s. 70s?
Yeah, probably.
That kind of like, you know how some people just add on and piece it together and everything?
I think the original part of this house was the kitchen, this area which used to be a dining room area, and one of the bedrooms and one of the bathrooms was the original. So it was basically 1 bedroom, 1 bath, a kitchen, and a dining room area, and they've slowly added on to it over the years before I got here. And I think the square footage on this house now, the original square footage, I would say, is probably 800 or 900 square foot.
Yeah, it wasn't that big.
Wasn't very big. And you can definitely tell it's an older house in the center portion of the house. You can tell. The quality of the cabinetry in the kitchen is like very well made.
These walls look like plaster, honestly.
They are.
They don't look like they're sheetrock.
And they are plaster. But anyway, so now that they've done all the additions onto it over the years, I'm going to say my house is about 2,500 square feet. So they've done a lot of additions over the years.
Okay, guys, so we are at about 220?
Yeah, we're getting on up there. It's starting to come to a boil. We had to change pots. I didn't have a pot. I didn't have it big enough of pot. So as soon as it started boiling, it started like surging up. So I had to get a little bit bigger, heavy bottom pan that I have.
So we almost had it to temp.
Yeah, we almost had it up to temp, and then we had to take it off to put it in a larger pot. So then it quickly lost its temp, and then we had to bring it right back up.
So we were talking off camera about our grandchildren. Oh my God. Any news updates with Mira and
Mira
Aiden?
is now starting. Oh, Aiden's jealous of Mira. Aiden, we talk to Mira about an hour typically before we talk to Aiden every single day. And normally we see Mira just as Sabrina's putting her in to get a bath. And that's her happy time. That's a cranky baby. She is a princess. But
she's also a fat princess.
Yeah. She's not, honestly, she's not, she looks chubbier on camera and pictures than she is in person, honestly. It's bizarre. But anyway, so we usually talk to her and through FaceTime about an hour before we talk to Aiden daily. Well, last night we were, got the phone call. Thought we were going to be talking to Mira because of the time it was. And it was Aiden. And Aiden grudgingly let us, he's like, no, she's not happy, or he had some kind of excuse. And he wanted to do the talking right then. And so eventually he did take us in to let us see her for a minute. But he's getting to the point now that he's trying to take over Mira's time that we talk to Mira. So,
and how old is he? He's 8, right?
Yeah, he'll be 9 in March. But he's funny. But, so anyway, so we did actually get to see her for a few minutes last evening. But he tried to take over her time.
Well, you know, Ben's son, Josh, has 2 children now and a stepdaughter, Sadie, and then they have Jackson, who's 2, and they have a new baby that was born in January. That's name is Layla. And Jackson is not very fond.
Yeah.
He's a little jealous. He doesn't like the new baby.
Well, he's a lot younger, so I mean, he's more inclined to
What do we have here for temp?
still be along the lines of, it's still right at 220. Once it starts to go, it'll go pretty fast. Once it starts to hit above that 220.
We'll slow down a little bit on the stirring because I think sometimes that does also disturb your heat distribution.
Yeah.
But I also don't want it sticking because caramel sticks very easy and it can burn very easy. So you want to be careful. It's just like pralines. You don't want to leave them without attending to them because they will burn very fast.
I think that we're up to the temp that we need, so we're gonna get the get it off the heat and put in the salt and the vanilla.
Okay. All right.
And that when you put that vanilla in, it's gonna bubble a little bit. Okay.
And take that off there.
Yep.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna, do you want me to pour or hold it? Because I'm here. Might be a little easier if you want to guide it in. Just make sure we get it all.
All right, we're gonna let this sit up, and then we will cut them when they become firm enough. Actually, I wanted to put some salt, some sea salt on to make them salty caramel.
We are using the fine sea salt.
You can use flake salt. You can use
coarse salt.
Yeah,
Whatever you want. I think that's perfect.
yeah, that's probably good enough.
All right, so we'll go ahead and let this sit at room temperature for 6 to 8 hours, up to 24 hours for a more firm caramel. And we'll see you guys in our next video.
I got the caramel out of the pan just now, and I'm going to try and show you what it looks like to slice it up into pieces. All right. This is some wonderful looking caramel. I'm going to show you the one piece, and then I'm going to take it off a video and go ahead and cut up the rest. This looks so good. Caramel is one of my favorite candies. So I will come back in a moment and show you how I've got it all cut up.
And I'm Debbie.
We're Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
And we thank you for visiting our page. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.